Most businesses think making money on social media is a game of getting thousands of followers, but it's not. What you actually need is a system that generates sales without you first needing a massive audience or millions of views. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact blueprint I used to help over 1,600 businesses generate $75 million on social media so you can make money from day one. And this is the same system I used to help Instagram, the company, grow on Instagram. But the system also worked for people like Maxine, who started with 2,000 followers and went on to make $145,000 from a single deal in just 45 days. Or Mitch, who nearly 10x'd his sales and landed a 100K contract. But here's the one thing you need to understand if you want to blow up your business on social media. A lot of people think, oh, if I just go viral, then I'll be rich. But you could have 1 million people watching you and still go home broke. If your content isn't aimed at people who actually have the problem and the budget, you might as well be at the airport pitching Rome tours at the Tokyo Gate. Huge crowd, wrong audience. That's why this system does 2 jobs from day one. 1, pull the right people in with content made just for them. 2, move those people towards the purchase by providing insane amounts of value that prove you're the one they should trust. This makes sure that we don't need to rely on the algorithm to go viral or need thousands of followers, just a system that reliably pulls in money. Now, the first step you need to follow to make this system work can be the difference between never making a single sale or generating tens of thousands of dollars per month. Step 1, positioning. Can you name even a single song that's played in elevators? Probably not, right? But that's what most people do on social media. If you try to talk to everyone, your message becomes elevator music, always playing, but no one actually remembers who you are. So in your bio, don't say get healthier. Instead, give a specific result the audience wants, like lose 12 pounds of fat in the next 21 days. Don't say, I do marketing. Instead say, I'll book you 12 calls this month without cold outreach. Simply put, just pick one buyer and one expensive pain that keeps them up at night. To write a one-line promise, do the following. I help buyer get specific result in time frame without big objection. Put that in your bio. Tape it to your camera. If a post does not aim at that line, it doesn't go live. All right, now we know who we're talking to. The next battle is defining our content lanes. Let me show you what this means. Step 2. Create your content lanes. Random tips and memes are like cotton candy. Sure, it's sweet, but there's zero substance. That's why your content should run in one of 5 lanes, so every post moves people toward the purchase. Lane 1, shift beliefs, bust a myth, flip a perspective.
When I started thinking like this, it did genuinely make my life better, and so I want to share it. When you work out, you feel weaker, but you're actually getting stronger.
Lane 2, teach a move. Give them one tactic they can use today.
When there's a disconnect between someone's actions and their words, so when they promise one thing but repeatedly do another, if their words and actions don't align and you don't know what to believe in the behavior.
Lane 3, show scars. Tell the story of a mistake you made and the decision that changed it.
The most expensive mistake I made in my life was paying for my own fear of money.
All right, next up, lane 4, jolt attention, drop a contrarian take, play with timing, hit them sideways.
This is for the person behind the screen that is too humble. You shouldn't have to dim your light to let other people shine.
And finally, lane 5, build connection. Share a little bit about your life. People buy from people, so it's okay if some of your posts are funny or raw or highlight what you do when you're not working.
By getting a master's degree, I get to avoid adulthood and instead live a life without sleep, money, or friends.
If a post doesn't fit a lane, it doesn't make the feed. Belief, skill, proof, attention, connection. So we know who we're speaking to and we know how we're speaking to them. Now we need to win the first 3 seconds, because if you don't win those, they won't watch your videos or buy whatever you're selling. Step 3, this stupidly tiny thing is the secret behind every viral video. Instagram is like Times Square. Tons of busy people, an overwhelming amount of lights and sounds that send the mind into overdrive. If you want people to notice you, you have to go fucking big right from the start and hook them immediately. All of the top creators are pros at this, but they don't guess, and they weren't just born with this talent. Instead of guessing what might work, they research outliers. Outliers are posts that already went viral in your niche. And by reverse engineering these posts, they're able to consistently get millions and millions of views and tons of customers. Here's 5 categories of hooks to get you started. Contrarian. If you want to do X, do opposite of common belief.
If you want to close more sales, say less.
Next up, we have buyer call out. If you're X and you're trying to do Y, this video is for you.
You've been trying to get your first viral video. This video is for you.
Next, we have call outs, where we push away or disqualify the wrong sorts of people. If you're poor fit, skip. All right, I'm guessing if you've stuck around, your ideal group.
If you want to end up heartbroken, then skip this video. But if you want to create a secure love, this is one simple step to make a relationship the best one yet.
And on to Tiny Promise. How I do X in short time.
I filmed 30 TikToks in about 2 hours, and Miss Ma'am, this video isn't what you think.
Lastly, we have Story Spark. If we don't overcome obstacle in time, we unwanted outcome.
You can't solve this SAT math question in under 5 seconds. Go back to 3rd grade.
Stack 20 to 30 of these in a doc. That's your hook bank. Now, every time you sit to post, you're not just starting from zero. You have proven hooks that have generated millions of views before. To get you started, I've already put together 25 ready-to-use viral hooks that you can drop straight into your content. These are hooks we've used to help businesses generate thousands of dollars from their socials. Check the link below to steal them. All right, we've got a list of viral hooks, but we still need to keep them watching the rest of our videos so we can turn that attention into sales. So let me show you how to script your videos to turn those viewers into buyers. Step 4, write stories that sell. Stories have moved people for millennia. They've motivated people to do everything from going to war or fighting for women's rights to making people want to buy a particular brand of deodorant. You can win without a story, but a story is how you win big. Great storytelling for short form is more simple than you might think. Drop me into a moment where something real is on the line. Stakes.
4 years ago, I decided to drop out of film school to take a bet on myself and start my own business.
Show me the choice you made under pressure. Create a timer.
My parents sacrificed everything to bring my sister and I to Canada from Vietnam.
Then show me the bad shit that happens if you fail to hit your goal. Consequences.
So I tried everything. I DM'd every single business in Toronto. I was even making videos in exchange for free food.
That's it. All right, now we've got that general structure, but it's not enough. We still need to use storytelling tools to help us keep people hooked the whole way through. Most stories die because they read like a status report. We did this, then we did that, then that happened, and then we tried this. No consequence, no reason to stay. To make your stories 10 times more watchable, add consequence. In order to do this, use the and, but, therefore technique. And what you tried, but the negative events that caused you to fail or stumble. Therefore, how you responded to those events.
My mom loves ice cream, but hates cookie dough. So to stop her from wasting cookie dough, I'm gonna secretly pick out the cookie dough from her new tub of ice cream and bake it into a cookie. But this was taking so long that the ice cream had completely melted into what appears to be a glass of milk.
Then sprinkle in things that trigger questions in your viewer's mind, so they have to stick around to see what you're about to reveal. I'll show you an example of this in a moment. Then, win or lose, reveal the outcome at the end. If the result wasn't perfect, close with the lesson and the next move. That honestly builds more trust than a manufactured win. Now, here's an example of what that would look like. We were down to 2 weeks runway. 2 weeks away from having to tell the team that they no longer had jobs. 2 weeks away from having to get a real job. We posted some founder stories and got a ton of love, but no meetings 10 days left. We ran 3 short teardowns back to back, each ending with the same keyword invite. Comment audit and I'll DM you a 1-page plan. The first teardown got more attention, but still no leads. 7 days left. The second was the same structure with 1 word changed in the last line. That word changed our lives. 6,000 comments, 3,000 DM threads, 500 calls booked, in 5 days. 50 closed at $3.5 grand each. We saved the company with just 8 days left. Now, when you're drafting these stories, give yourself a tiny checklist you can run through in under a minute. Did I start with stakes? Did I create a race against the clock? Did I use and but therefore to move the story forward? Did I hold one reveal until the end so the viewer had to keep watching? If you hit those, you have a story that will connect. Now, stories pull people in, but here's the danger. If every beat of your story feels the same, people check out. That's why we're going to steal a technique all your favorite movies and TV shows use. Because if your viewers can predict your rhythm, you'll lose them. Step 5, get strangers to trust you so they buy your stuff. So there's a study showing that people who got a cheap soda from a stranger later bought twice as many raffle tickets from him. This happens because of a thing called reciprocity bias. Humans' deep desire to repay generosity. Even a tiny, fast win is enough to trigger a huge payback behavior. And that's where lead magnets come in. A lead magnet is tangible proof, something they can use in 5 to 10 minutes to solve a burning problem that makes them go, this person knows what they're doing. It could be a resource bank like I gave in this video, a 3-line email playbook, a fill-in template, a free GPT. I like to drop a call to action around 60 to 70% of the way through a video so that there are more eyeballs on my lead magnet. Something like comment hooks and I'll send you 25 viral hooks for free. Then plug in an app called ManyChat to automatically send them the lead magnet when they comment the keyword. It feels native, it proves value, and it brings people into your world. Here's a killer walkthrough on ManyChat if you want to learn how to do this for your business. All right, now we've got leads, but how do we make sure we get as many of them as possible to do business with us? Step 6, minimalist sales. You don't need some crazy sales process to make money. Complexity kills, simplicity scales. So here's all you need to do. When someone grabs your lead magnet and sounds serious, invite them for a quick chat. I'm guessing if you got the lead magnet, you're interested in X outcome. If you want, I can map out your next 30 days on a 15-minute call. Would that be helpful? No pressure, no hard pitch. The content already did the selling. Now, if you do exactly what I just told you, hitting 10K a month becomes much more likely. But if you want to be able to make that growth sustainable, you need to keep listening. Step 7, burnout-free scaling. Look, if you're watching a video like this, you're clearly a keen bean. I was like that in my 20s. Every month on my lunch breaks as a Uniqlo sales rep, I'd write down how I was gonna make 100K in a month. But it's no easy feat to go from earning 12K a year to earning 100K in a month. And these big goals led me to invest all my time and money into get-rich-quick schemes, which ended in me becoming completely burned out and eventually homeless. I don't want that for you. So what we need to do is make sure that whatever plan you follow is something you can actually sustain over the long term. Because the reality is you will have to sustain it if you want long-term success. So we've got to get you to treat your content like a simple assembly line so you can show up consistently without derailing your entire week. To do this, you'll need to build out a predictable and manageable weekly content workflow. I ideate and script a couple of hours every morning, Monday through Wednesday. Then Thursday, I shortlist for around 90 minutes. And I film every single Friday. This means that most of my time is spent focused on the business, not making content. And then everything gets uploaded at the end of the film day to my editors. So come Monday morning, they already know what to edit and they have my scripts, shot lists, and notes to minimize back and forth. We use monday.com to keep on top of post-production, but you can use any work operating system you like. Then once the editors have uploaded the video or carousel, we have to automatically schedule it to all our accounts. And for this, we use repurpose.io. Without having these systems in place, I honestly think I'd go insane. But with them, content is a joyful and relatively low-lift thing for me to do each week. Everyone that's worked on the team has said they've never seen such an efficient content machine. So comment below if you want me to make a video running through how we handle it all. But in the meantime, here's some guardrails you can use to make things stupidly easy. Pick a filming uniform so you never have to worry about what to wear. Keep a single lighting and mic setup on a rolling cart in a designated filming corner of your house, so recording a video is never more than a click away, not some 15-minute or half an hour chore. And if on a given day or week you don't make as much content as you'd like, all is not lost. On short form platforms, reposting your old viral hits is fair game. So you don't need millions of views. You need the right views and a content system that turns those views into money. But none of this matters if your hooks are weak. So watch this video next to learn how to create irresistible hooks that blow up your business.